What's up, YouTube? Welcome to 2022. My name's James. This channel is going to be the adventures of my family and our new shop space. So as you can see, we are here in a shop. I just recently picked this up. We moved our garage from my two-car garage at our house and however much driveway space that we had to hold all my vehicles to a, 30 by 40 unit. Plus we have three 10 by 10 offices right next door that are attached to the shop space. Not really sure what I'm going to do with those for now. They're holding like Christmas decorations and some random office supplies, and a friend donated us a fridge, so it's pretty awesome we have a fridge out here. I will apologize, it is Florida and it is raining like always, so you're probably going to hear some of the rain hitting the roll-up doors and probably even hitting the roof. It's a little loud in here, so I do apologize if you hear that. Yeah, so we have a shop space this year. It's the first for us. As a family, we've been wanting a shop space for a while now. My projects have kind of consumed whatever garages we've always had, to the point where you really can't use the garage for anything other than my projects at the time. It's pretty inconvenient, and I think every house we've owned in Florida, the laundry room's been in the garage, so it's been pretty inconvenient to have to bag up the washer and dryer so that when I'm sanding and painting and grinding, any of the things that throw dust in the air, that I don't get it in the washer and dryer and then subsequently all over all of our clothes. And then the hassle of having everything torn down, be in the middle of a project, having to wrap up because Monday's coming up close and we got to get ready for school, and I need to go ahead and undo all the progress that I did and clean up the shop space so that we have a clean shop space to come in and out of, again, to do laundry or get to the other things that are in the garage. So by having this space, we're able to leave things in progress. I don't know if you can see in the shop, but there's an ATV back there right now that belongs to my father-in-law. It's dismantled in tons of pieces, and it's pretty awesome to be able to just leave it torn apart and not really care that it's torn apart right now. So that's one of our projects that's going to be coming up on the channel a little bit later. We'll get to that one more in one of the upcoming videos. So we'll go ahead and give you a little bit of a tour of what we have in the shop. I know you already saw some of the vehicles in the background, but we'll start off with this. This is a 1994 Toyota T100. It does have the V6 in it with the 3VZE, I believe, motor in it. This was my grandfather's truck. He recently passed away, and I made sure that I snagged it up before the family tried selling it off or whatever we did with it. He absolutely loved this truck. My dad and I did a full repaint on it when I moved back to Florida, and it still has that same paint that we put on it. Highly doubt my grandfather did much to it other than washing it. And it sat outside in Florida pretty much its entire life. I know he was the second owner of it. He got it sometime in the 2000s. Like I said, I picked it up, I think last year, right as he passed. No idea really what we're going to do with this yet. I kind of want to leave it as he had it for now. I do know that because it wasn't in a shop and it's been in our yard and our garage, the engine bay is actually a mess right now. We have mango trees in our backyard, and the squirrels somehow or for whatever reason decided to go ahead and eat the mangoes all in this engine bay. So I still need to get in here and pull out a whole bunch of mango seeds before I even really get started on this thing. So I'm not sure what plans we really are going to have for this thing. I know that the Florida Suns destroyed the interior. Kind of want to keep the original tweed that's in here, but I do need to have it redone. The bed liner has been Florida Sun rotted, so that needs to get taken care of as well. The motor just needs to have a basic tune-up. It's been years since anything was done to that thing. Next over here on our list, we have kind of what started me into my entire racing scene outside of being a stupid kid in high school. So this is my 91 Nissan 240SX. I picked this thing up in Colorado and spent about a year drifting it with a Wyoming team up there. Whole lot of fun, super awesome, absolutely love drifting. And unfortunately, since I moved back to Florida, I have not drifted back here in Florida, which is pretty sad for me considering I'm right next to OSW, just south of Drift HQ and Adam LZ. I've got another YouTuber, Leeward RB, down in Melbourne near me. So big drifting community around here, and I need to get this thing back up and running so I can start drifting with it again. Yeah, as you can see, it doesn't have the K in it anymore. It has the Red Top SR20 DET inside of it. Still pretty much stock. I have upped the boost a little bit. Pretty much maxing out those injectors right now. Like I said, it's been a few years since this thing was actually driven and on a track, so it needs to be gone back through again and brought back up to the point where I can trust it to drift on it. After the 240, we have the 2006 WRX STI. It is in World Rally Blue. This is a recent pickup for me. I guess recent as in like last year. Picked this up from a guy in Northern Florida. Carfax says this thing's had something like 10 owners. So I am slowly peeling back the onion on this vehicle, figuring out what everybody's done to it previously. I'm figuring out all the things that I need to go back into it and do. It does have 170,000 miles on the odometer. I don't know if that's original miles on this original motor or if the motor's been rebuilt. It's hard to believe that it's an EJ25 at 170K that hasn't been rebuilt, but we'll know more about that once I can dig into it and start looking at it. For now, all I've done to it is I added a cob so that I can monitor it and see what's happening to it, make sure that it is in fact healthy. And we've had one of the seats reupholstered. The inner fabric and inner liners just kind of fell apart and deteriorated, and I was riding on the metal rails of the seat, so we had the foam rebuilt on it. Other than that, really hasn't been much done to it. Oh, I'll take it back. We did carbon fiber vinyl wrap the roof and spoiler. Because it's Florida and because of the way Florida is to vehicles, the entire roof was sun faded and sunshot. I don't know if you can see it here much in the video, but the spoiler also has some of that clear coat peel from the Florida sun as well. It's just a perk of living in Florida and having vehicles in Florida. So we did carbon fiber wrap the roof on this. Doesn't really look the best because I didn't strip it all the way down and repaint it to have a really solid base before wrapping it. I just wrapped it, but it does have a real nice 20 to 30 foot appeal at car shows and things, which is all that really mattered for now. The whole car needs a once over, a lot of peeling, a lot of fading, a lot of denting. At one point it got hit in the quarter and somebody fixed it. The quarter kind of sort of leaks, so I need to adjust that and figure out where all it's leaking from that accident. So the body itself needs some work, and it's going to end up getting repainted, so I don't really care that the roof isn't the smoothest finish under the vinyl. But it does look a whole lot better now that it's not Florida clear coat peeled and just looking like trash. Outside of that, one of the projects that we do have here, I can get you to turn around. One of the projects we have here is this ATV. I believe it's a 2017 Yamaha Kodiak. I may be wrong on that, I'm not entirely sure. It's my father-in-law's ATV. Was it about 3 weeks ago now? It got stolen, and the Sheriff's Department just recovered this one. So it originally was not this lovely shade of black. There's actually some red in here somewhere too. It was pretty original bright green from Yamaha, had like 300 miles on it, I think. Highly waxed, highly polished, looked mint. So we're going through this right now to see what all was done after the theft, and gonna try and bring this back to a pretty pristine condition. I don't think we can go back OEM without fully replacing all the plastics. Some of them are pretty trash now, but I think we're at least gonna bring it back so it looks nice and it's presentable and decent again. He did have two of this exact same ATV. They were twins, one for him, one for his son, my brother-in-law Tyler. So far, they've only been able to recover one of the two, so we're still hoping that they'll get the other one, but at this point, it is what it is. At least we have one, and we can get one of them back up and running. Another upcoming project that is not in the shop right now, it's actually at my home garage. Same father-in-law. Had a horrible month this month. He got hit on the side of the road and his Nissan Frontier's passenger door is just trash now because he got hit. Luckily, the only damage really is at the Frontier's door. So we went ahead and ordered a new door. And as soon as that gets in, I'll go pick it up, bring it out here to the shop. I'll probably take the STI home so I have somewhere to work in the shop with the truck. And I'll walk you through the process and we'll get that door swapped out on it. We'll get all the inners swapped over to it, swap all the plastics over and get everything swapped over to the new one. And then we'll take it over to my dad so it can get painted. And then he can have that thing back in service.
Don't forget to like and subscribe and follow us on Instagram.